If you want to learn the muscle up with an absolute perfect form, there is no doubt that you need to be able to do high pull-ups. However, most people struggle with the high pull-ups and they can't progress. Why is this? How should you train for the high pull-ups? What are the most effective progressions? I will tell you in this video. What's up guys, it's Adam from gymnasticsmethod.com. If you don't want to miss my videos about bodyweight training and lifestyle, please subscribe and click on the bell. Thank you. And if you want to get access to all the Gymnastics Method workout programs, tutorials like planche, handstand or muscle up, nutrition guide, daily workouts and much more, click the link below and join now on gymnasticsmethod.com. So, high pull-ups. This exercise is a type of pull-up that you need to do in an extra range of motion for which you need explosive strength. As I mentioned in my previous videos, most people do pull-ups with their chin going over the bar. However, for the real full range of motion pull-ups, their chest should touch the bar, and that's the execution that I personally recommend. In the high pull-up, you need to pull up yourself even more. So the chest to bar pull-up is not enough anymore, you need to go higher than that. There are a few levels of the high pull-up. The first level is when the bar goes under your chest. The second is when you pull the bar between your chest and your belly button. The third level is the belly button height, and the fourth is the hip height pull-up. Of course, you can pull even lower than your hip height, but these are the reasonable levels. If I need to tell you a similar example of the high pull-ups in regards of range of motion, I would say the explosive push-ups, since there we step out from the full range of motion as well. Okay, with the explosive push-ups, we disconnect from the ground, and that's an exercise in support, but to get out from the regular range of motion, we need to apply explosive strength, same as in the high pull-ups. Alright, as I've mentioned, most people struggle with this exercise, or they are simply not able to do it at all. They can't even start the movement, or they don't know how to get started. In my experience, in most cases, the biggest missing links are in the basics, so we need to go back to scratch. Maybe it's boring for many, but seriously, what I see nowadays is that most people just need to wake up and realize that the number one things they need are the basics and not another fancy workout or exercise. Everyone is looking for a new miracle, but they can't even do the basics right. Just think about it. Until you can do regular squats, you won't be able to do squat jumps or explosive push-ups until you can do regular push-ups. This is no different with the high pull-ups. I've already talked about what you need to do before you start practicing the high pull-ups. Scapular mobility and stability, basic strength with inverted rows, and pull-ups. In both cases, full range of motion, at least 10, 15 inverted rows, and 6 to 10 pull-ups in 3 sets with touching the chest. Before that, it makes no sense to get started, or in other words, until you don't have these basics, don't even think about high pull-ups or muscle-ups. You can find videos in all the topics I've mentioned on this channel, so look around and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you need a complete system and guidance from me personally, click the link below and join now on gymnasticsmethod.com. And now, let's see what you need to do to get the high pull-ups after you have the right basics. With having the basic strength, you have the control and you are strong enough in pulling, but you might not be able to turn on your muscles that quickly and do the movement faster. You can improve this in several ways. Many people suggest to do weighted pull-ups, which I recommend as well after you have the foundations. It will help both in strength and size to improve. However, you won't necessarily have the explosive strength from it. It helps for sure, but you need to do specific progressions to improve the explosive strength. Before we take a look at these specific progressions, it's important for you to understand. Everything works that is reasonable and helps you to feel the right implementation you need at the time. Let's see an example. In gymnastics, coaches spot their athletes a lot. Let's say you want to learn the backflip. I can tell you based on my experience, even if the athlete has the strength to do the backflip, needs assistance to show how to apply that strength in that movement. In the backflip, this happens with the tucked knees. The athlete needs assistance, a push on the hamstrings to be able to flip. In the beginning, they need a lot of assistance because I need to show them the amount of strength they need to use, and as time goes on, they know how to do it. The case is pretty similar with the high pull-ups. However, we need to replace the assistance with other methods and tools to help the adaptation. The first thing you need to try though is force the explosive pulling as much as you can while doing the regular pull-ups. It's possible that you only did controlled reps, but in the high pull-ups you need to be more aggressive, so you should try to do regular pull-ups as fast as you can in the concentric phase. You will see the results not only in your strength, but in your physique as well, so you can incorporate them in the pulling part of your workout. But with these attempts, it's not guaranteed that you will get those ranges you need, so let's see the methods that will help. For the jumping pull-ups, choose a lower bar where your legs are on the ground in the passive hang and you can jump up easily. You can really mess up this exercise, not getting any benefits, so pay attention to do it with control and only jump as hard as necessary. Concentrate more on the pulling rather than on the jump. So your pull-up needs to be controlled from the beginning and do not jump too hard so your pull loses its strength. As you see in this video, this is a controlled movement, and with the jump I only have to get higher than the regular pull-up and I focus more on the pulling than the jump. This is the most efficient method from all I mentioned. This one helped the most my students as well. And it's not a coincidence. The motion of the elastic band, the stretch and shortening help perfectly to understand the right movement. The intensity is variable with the strength of the elastic bands and you can move forward step by step. The key in the high pull-up with the elastic band is to understand and feel the motion of the band. It's clear when you step in the elastic band and when you push it down with your leg, you get into the passive hang. That is the most stretched state of the band, so this is where it wants to pull you up. This is the hardest part of the high pull-up, the start. Here you need to turn on all the muscle fibers to start the movement. The band will help you with this. The similarity in the elastic band and your muscles is that thanks to the stretch, you can take advantage of the elastic energy stored in your tissues. So after stretching the muscles, you'll be able to contract them more easily. How does this work? Just take a look at the motion of the elastic band. In general, it works the same way. After the stretch, the contraction is sudden and quick. You will be able to take advantage of this later without the band, but I recommend to practice this with the band as well. The first step is to step in the elastic band with 1 or 2 legs. Because of the symmetry, it's better to do with 2 legs, but however you like it the most. Let your body swing a little bit forward and backward. The next step, which helps you to understand what I was talking about, is that when your body swings forward, you push down the band even more, you stretch your body, and you do a few reps like this. Here, pay attention to stretch your whole body when swinging forward, focusing especially on the arms and shoulders. So extend your elbows completely and get into the passive hang with your shoulders. Pay attention to these and I will explain why is this so important in another video. After you stretched your whole body forward, pull up yourself as high as you can explosively. After the pull-up, stretch forward again as you did in the beginning to do more reps. The third method that helps you to master the high pull-ups is to do them with knee raise. Now, this technique is the one that I don't recommend to get used to because your core actually needs to be strong in the extended, hollow body-like position if you want to do nice and strict high pull-ups and muscle-ups. You don't want to do them with kipping or piking. Even if this execution helps, if you can only do it like this, it perfectly shows the lack of the right core and pulling strength you need for the right implementation. What's worth to mention is that you can use the same little swinging technique that I've told you in the previous exercise, and when your body moves forward, you can push your hip a little bit more forward. Like this, with the pre-stretch, you can take advantage of the elastic energy I've mentioned. From there, you'll be able to contract the hip flexors and the core muscles more, helping the pulling with the momentum. So, with the basics I've mentioned earlier, some weighted reps, and these 3 methods, I'm sure you can improve the high pull-ups same as I did. Do 3 to 10 reps of these exercises in 3 sets as part of your pulling workout. You can move forward with them in order, with periodization, or even with combining them. Don't forget to look around on the channel if you haven't watched my videos about joint preparation and basic strength. And if you're interested in the complete, proven to work gymnastics method system, you want to learn all the most effective and iconic gymnastics and calisthenics exercises with the proper sets and reps, and you want to get the shredded physique of a gymnast, click the link below and join now on gymnasticsmethod.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did so, please like, share and write a comment. What do you want to see in the next videos? If you don't want to miss the new videos, subscribe with notifications on and see you next week in the next video.